Hello, children. Here we are starting the third part of the chapter Glimpses of India Tea from Assam. It's written by Arup Kumar Datta, an Indian writer and journalist based out of Guwahati in Assam. In this lesson, we can see two friends, Pranjol and Rajveer, who are traveling by train to Assam. They are classmates at a school in Delhi. Pranjol's father is a manager of a tea garden in Upper Assam, and Pranjol has invited Rajveer to visit his home during the summer vacation. Assam, a northeast state in India which is famous for its tea plantations. This story is an interesting account of tea, its history and significance. Let's move on to the chapter now. And here it starts. Chai garam, garam chai, a vendor called out in a high-pitched voice. He came up to their window and asked, Chai sab? Give us 2 cups, Pranjol said. They sipped the steaming hot liquid. Almost everyone in their compartment was drinking tea too. Do you know that over 80 crore cups of tea are drunk every day throughout the world? Rajveer said. Wow, exclaimed Pranjol. Tea really is very popular. So, the scene is set on a train station where a tea vendor or tea seller asks the two friends, what are their names? Pranjol and Rajveer, that if they want tea which is freshly made and it's hot. So they decide to have 2 cups of tea, and almost everyone else in that compartment is also having tea. At this time, Pranjol said a fact. What's that thing? Almost 80 crore cups of tea are consumed every day throughout the world. And by hearing this, Rajveer became surprised. Okay, and he uttered a comment. Tea is a very popular beverage all over the world. Garam chai means hot tea. Steaming, extremely hot. Exclaimed means shown surprise. Next, the train pulled out of the station. Pranjol buried his nose in his detective book again. Rajveer too was an ardent fan of detective stories, but at the moment he was keener on looking at the beautiful scenery. It was green everywhere. Rajveer had never seen so much greenery before. Then the soft green paddy fields gave way to tea bushes. It was a magnificent view. Against the backdrop of densely wooded hills, a sea of tea bushes stretched as far as the eye could see. Dwarfing the tiny tea plants were tall, sturdy shade trees, and amidst the orderly rows of bushes, busily moved doll-like figures. So, when the train started moving, Pranjol became engaged in reading his detective book. Both the friends, that means Pranjol and Rajveer, are huge fans of detective books, but at this time, Rajveer is not much interested in reading detective books. What's the reason? Because he chose to look at the scenic beauty at this moment. He wants to see the scenery outside the train. There was greenery all around. Something which he had never seen before in his life is seen out. After the green paddy fields, he could see tea plantations. As far as he was able to look, only tea bushes were visible, so much so that the narrator compared it to a sea of tea bushes. In the background, there were hills with dense forests. In between the tea plantations, there were orderly rows of tall and strong trees that were moving because of the wind. It was an amazing view. Dwarfing means cause to seem small or insignificant. Really, a comparison is being made. Dwarfing means making something smaller. So, in between that sea of tea bushes, some sturdy means strong, strong shade trees were being planted, and some doll like figures were moving busily. What are those doll like figures? Tea pluckers, isn't it? Tea leaf pluckers. Then, moving to the next. In the distance was an ugly building with smoke billowing out of tall chimneys. Hey, a tea garden! Rajbir cried excitedly. Pranjal, who had been born and brought up on a plantation, didn't share Rajbir's excitement. Oh, this is tea country now, he said. Assam has the largest concentration of plantations in the world. You will see enough gardens to last you a lifetime. Billowing means moving or flowing outwards. So, as the train was moving, next Rajvi saw an ugly looking building with smoke coming out of it. It was a tea garden. Rajveer got excited by seeing all these scenes because it is already said that he is seeing this kind of a scene for the first time in his life. But Pranjal was not that much excited or not that much happy of seeing that scene because he had been seeing all these things from his childhood days onwards. So he is not much enthusiastic of seeing all these things like Rajveer. Pranjal tells him that they have entered Assam, which is known as the tea country. This state, Assam, has the maximum number of tea plantations in the world. You will see enough gardens to last you a lifetime. Then, I have been reading as much as I could about tea. Rajvi said, no one really knows who discovered tea, but there are many legends. What legends? Well, there's one about the Chinese emperor who always boiled water before drinking it. One day, a few leaves of the twigs burning under the pot fell into the water, giving it a delicious flavor. It is said they were tea leaves. Before visiting the tea country Assam, Rajveer read a lot about tea and how it was discovered. There were numerous stories. Legends means stories. Stories, and one of which was about a Chinese emperor who had a habit of drinking boiled water. Once upon a time, he was boiling water. Few leaves fell into that water, but it tasted delicious. It is said that those leaves were tea leaves. There is one legend related to the discovery of tea leaves. Tell me another, scoffed Pranjal. We have an Indian legend too. Bodhidharma, an ancient Buddhist ascetic, cut off his eyelids because he felt sleepy during meditations. 10 tea plants grew out of his eyelids. The leaves of these plants, when put in hot water and drunk, banished sleep. Tea was first drunk in China, Rajveer added, as far back as 2700 BC. In fact, words such as tea, chai, and chini are from Chinese. Tea came to Europe only in the 16th century and was drunk more as medicine than a beverage. Eccentric means characterized by severe self-discipline or for religious reasons. Okay, so Pranjal asked Rajveer to tell another story or another legend about this discovery of tea. It was a legend related to Bodhidharma. It's an Indian legend. He was a Buddhist monk who had cut his eyelids because he used to feel sleepy while meditating. So monks will be meditating for much time, and this monk felt sleepy while he meditates. So what he did, he cut off his eyelids. At that time, what happens? Tea plants grew out of his eyelids, and he took the tea plants or tea leaves and put it in the boiling water, and he could get rid of his sleep at the time of meditation. So that is another legend related to India. Then Rajvi said a fact that tea dates back to 2700 BC and was first consumed in China. All such words such as chai and chini have originated from Chinese language. Tea was introduced to Europe only later, that means in the 16th century, where it was consumed to have medicinal properties. Then the train clattered into Mariani Junction. The boys collected their luggage and pushed their way to the crowded platform. Pranjol's parents were waiting for them. Soon they were driving towards Dekhiabari, a tea garden managed by Pranjol's father. An hour later, the car veered sharply off the main road. They crossed a cattle bridge and entered Dekhiabari tea estate. Clattered means loud noise made by the train brakes. Veered means change direction. So the train had stopped at Mariani Junction and the boys reached their destination. The platform was too crowded, but Pranjol's parents were waiting for them. Then they started driving towards the place Dekhiabari, and there they should reach a tea garden which is managed by Pranjol's father. We already told Pranjol's father is a tea estate manager, isn't it? So they are moving towards that direction. An hour later, the car veered sharply off the main road. So after traveling for an hour, what happened? The direction of the car changed, or they changed their direction, and they started moving away from the main road. Now they are moving off the main road. They crossed a cattle bridge. So as they are not traveling through main road, they could see cattle on the way. They forming a bridge. Then cattle bridge, they crossed them and entered Dekhiabari estate. Now they entered the estate area. On both sides of the gravel road were acre upon acre of tea bushes, all neatly pruned to the same height. Groups of tea pluckers with bamboo baskets on their backs, wearing plastic aprons, were plucking the newly sprouted leaves. Gravels means small rounded stones often mixed with sand. Pruned means cut away from a tree. So this tea garden was stretched upon a vast area of land. The tea bushes were cut to the same height and they had been taken care very well. Then the tea pluckers were wearing an apron and carrying the bamboo baskets in order to pluck the freshly sprouted leaves. So this is the picture of a tea plucker. You might have seen at least the photos of tea pluckers. So that's the scene they saw there. Then Pranjol's father slowed down to allow a tractor pulling a trailer load of tea leaves to pass. This is the second flush or sprouting period, isn't it, Mr. Barua? Rajveer asked. It lasts from May to July and yields the best tea. You seem to have done your homework before coming, Pranjol's father said in surprise. Yes, Mr. Barua, Rajveer admitted. But I hope to learn much more while I am here. Sprouting period means when a plant sends out new growth. That means second harvest of tea leaves in a season. On their way to the fields, Pranjol's father gave way to a tractor that was loaded with tea leaves. On seeing this, Rajveer is asking to Pranjol's father that, is this the second sprouting period of this year? Now, what's the second? What's the duration? May to July, and at this time, at this second sprouting period, excellent yielding of tea leaves will be got. Okay, so he asked such a thing to Pranjol's father. By hearing this, Pranjol's father became impressed. He became so happy. He became surprised, and he said to Rajveer that, oh, you had done lot of research about tea plantations and all before reaching here. He became Pranjol, who was excited about learning more and more about amazing beverage, showed his intention for the same by saying that, yeah, I hope to learn much more while I'm here. Not only this, I want to learn much more from here. Mr. Barua, that's the name of Pranjol's father. So what's the theme of the story? Tea gardens of Assam. This chapter also tells us about the story of origin of the tea. This combines two stories. Then Pranjol is a youngster from Assam, and he is Rajveer's classmate, and currently they are studying in a school at Delhi. Pranjol's father is a manager of a tea garden in Upper Assam, and Pranjol has invited Rajveer to visit his home during the summer vacation. Rajveer visits Assam in a train with Pranjol, and he keeps taking pleasures of the scenery. They arrive at the Mariani Junction. From there, they drove to the Dekhiabari tea estate. It was the tea garden of Pranjol's father. They saw women with bamboo baskets plucking the new leaves from the plants. And it is said a fact, 8 crores cups of tea are drunk every day in the whole world. Then we said two stories related to origin of tea. One is of Chinese and the other one is Indian legend. Tea was first drunk in China as far back as 2700 BC. Chai and chini, these two words have their origin in China. Then tea from Assam is supposed to be the best kind of tea in the whole world. The best yield comes from May to July every year. So that's all about this chapter. After watching this video, please read the textbook. I hope you understood it well. Thank you.